So far, everything that we have seen regarding Resident Evil 4 Remake appears to be staying fairly true to the original Resident Evil 4, while also adding a few new things along the way, and this is a really cool thing to see. One thing that I am hoping gets rewritten from what the original had was Sadler's plan. In the original Resident Evil 4, Sadler's plan was to inject Ashley with a Las Plagas egg and gain control over her, then send her back to her father, the president, where she would inject a Plaga egg into her father, and Sadler would gain control over the president, and with that, control over the United States and eventually the world. Like, that was pretty much his grand plan and what he was hoping to accomplish. The problem is that there's so many flaws with that plan. First off, the United States is not a monarchy. There's not a single king ruling over everything. So even if he did pull it off and gain control over the president, he wouldn't have control over the entire United States, just a small part of the whole government. Albeit it's a very powerful part, but it's not the whole government. Not to mention, they would probably notice the different behavioral patterns of the president and have him be examined and tested on, since Resident Evil is a universe known for its biological threats and everything. So they would probably take some time to see what's up with the president and why he's acting different and bring in the vice president. So Sadler's whole plan would just fall apart even if he did manage to get as far as he was hoping with the president. On top of that, I always hated how he announces to Leon and Ashley that they've been injected with Las Plagas. Like, why not just keep that to yourself? I'm hoping in the remake he doesn't say that, and instead Leon and Ashley figure it out themselves. Maybe Luis announces it to them, or Ada has some information about it. Something like that would be way better than Sadler sitting here announcing that, oh hey, by the way, we've injected Las Plagas eggs in both of you, and within about 12 hours you'll be under our complete control. Like, just keep it to yourself, Sadler. Don't announce these things. So I'm hoping that that gets changed. And I absolutely hated how Sadler says that they want to send Ashley back, but before they can do that, they need the president and the government to send them some money first, because they want to bribe the president for some cash because it's expensive keeping the church up and running. I always hated that so much, because Sadler's whole end game, what he hopes to accomplish, is to have complete control over the entire world through Las Plagas. So should he succeed, as he believes he will, why would he need money? Money would have no value to him because everyone would be under his control. So he could do whatever he would want and wouldn't need money anymore. So just send Ashley on her way and begin executing your plan. Screw off with the whole I need money to pay my power bill. That's so stupid. That's the dumbest reason as to why he's preventing Leon from taking Ashley at that moment. I think what they should do instead is have it where he needs Ashley to stay there until the Plaga has hatched and he gains 100% control over her, and then he can give Ashley the orders that he needs to give her, along with a Plaga egg to inject into her father. That would make much more sense than we need to pay our power bill, so you can't take her yet because we really need the government to send us that money first. So you gotta not do what you want to do, Leon. I think that would be a much better thing. That way, there's still a reason that Sadler is preventing Leon from taking Ashley, but it's not a stupid reason. It's a logical reason. He needs the Plaga to mature first and then be able to give out his order to Ashley. So something like that would be much better. And then the final thing that I would like to actually see get improved is Sadler's whole backup plan thing that he had. In the original game, you could find a file, and the file described what Sadler's backup plan would be should they catch on to what his original plan was. And what his backup plan was to take his special forces, which are all the Ganados on the island, and send them to the United States to inflict fear. And with this fear, the United States would crumble, and with the fall of the United States, the rest of the world would soon fall as well. That was his backup plan, but it was so stupid because his special forces consisted of guys with wooden shields, crossbows, and electric rods. that was what it was. I mean, Leon, Ada, and Mike, those three individuals pretty much wiped out Sadler's whole special forces by themselves. So, had they managed to get to America, they would have been destroyed by the United States military, the police force, just random civilians who own guns. I mean, they would get absolutely stomped. Not to mention, how would they get there? We only see like one ship that they had in separate ways, and that would have gotten completely destroyed by the US Navy the moment it showed up on radar. So his backup plan was so stupid. I'm hoping that they rewrite that as well, and maybe have it where Sadler's developing a special BOW with Las Plagas that, should his initial plan A fail, then this new special creature that he's developing will be released, and that will be his plan B, because it can maybe like lay eggs throughout the country or something like that, and those eggs will hatch into it, a host or whatever, and give Sadler control over thousands or maybe even millions of people within the country. That would work. That would be a good plan. But as far as his going to send my special forces and their wooden shields and pitchforks, that was always so stupid to me. But that's something I always thought about. I'm hoping that this remake will completely change up Sadler's plan and his whole thought process, because in the original, it was all just so silly. But we shall see what this remake decides to do with it. I'll go ahead and end this video here, and I will see you all on the next one. See you then.